Hello and welcome to the latest episode of Quit Acting Stupid, presented by the Farmhouse. Let me throw up their address real quick. Joining me I'm your host Jamie Paredes, and joining me as always are my brothers Bobby and Rudy.
They can't see us,
Uh,
dude.
oh yeah, they can't.
You're
I
doing
think
like
they
the
can.
Mike Wazowski. Remember Mike Wazowski when the Monsters Inc. commercial came?
Oh yeah, and they
That's
covered
a
him
good
with
one.
Come on, man. They can't
"I'm on
see us.
TV."
Okay, start over. Introduce me. You got to say my name while the people can see me.
Rudy Paredes.
Rudy.
Yes. Yeah. We throw out so many damn. I'm glad you said Monsters Inc. because we throw out so many movie lines that I don't think people have any idea what we're talking about. It's kind of like that TV show, and nobody's gonna know the TV show Dream On, where
With Martin
way back
Tupper.
when we were really little. I bet nobody remembers that show except for mom and dad.
That was like the first HBO show.
Yeah, it was like way back. And what the premise is the guy's baby, and his babysitter just puts him down in front of the TV, so he has all these uh, TV
Movie
shows
quote.
memorized or whatever. So his whole life is basically TV shows. That's us.
So what you're
You know
saying
the
is Dad put us in front of the TV. That's
No, but we pretty much lived at Cotton's Video back in the day in
Hold on,
Northeast.
before we move off Dream On, do you guys remember the name of the actor? Brian
Brian.
Martin
Benben.
Tupper, Brian
Brian
Benben.
Benben.
Yeah.
Rudy had it. Brian Benben. Yeah.
Yeah, he actually came up on some podcast I was listening to the other day. They were talking about Dream On. I'm like, holy crap! Like, but it was just a quick reference. But like some of my main childhood memories were those hours between like right before mom came home from Fox Photo and dad was kind of still asleep, and we were watching Good Times, Different Strokes, the Jeffersons. Of course, there was also AM Live in the summertime when it
AM
started.
Live. Oh man.
AM Live with I don't remember that lady's name. Do you remember the host of that show, AM Live? And they
No.
just played. They played the Brady Bunch. They played Different
Brady
Strokes.
Bunch.
Yeah. But I just remember Good Times in the evening, like waiting for mom to walk home from Fox Photo, and we had to, get the meat out of the fridge, to defrost or whatever. Like we had responsibilities, and that's when Bobby was very much like, "Mom's coming home, let's clean," and Jamie just did nothing, was just lazy.
Well, no,
Rudy would
it
help
was.
me out a little bit, but Jamie didn't help me at all.
Well, why would I think about it? I mean, I know that you're going to freak out about it. So why do I need to do anything? Because you're going to do it anyway. Like it's going to get done because you're not going to let it not get done. So why do I even need to participate?
Because I told you, get up, mom's on her way, and quit being lazy.
Eh.
You were always so lazy. Rudy, at least reluctantly or regrettably, he would help.
I was a good kid.
I wouldn't say that. You were more helpful than the other one.
So we started this show and we immediately veered off into movie quotes. Like,
Well,
we're presented by the Farmhouse. We gave the address.
Yes.
We'll see our
Don't forget
cousins.
to like and subscribe.
Like
Yeah,
and
get that out
subscribe. One thing I am noticing, and we can discuss this here, but like when you go to YouTube, if you search "Quit Acting Stupid," it doesn't come up. You got to go to the Paredes Brothers, get to our channel, and then all our episodes are there. But like I search "Quit Acting Stupid," try it, and nothing. Like our shows don't come up. Like it's
So
acting stupid with no G. Quit acting stupid, and I didn't see anything. So we got to go. So I got to start promoting like the Paredes Brothers channel, I guess. I don't know, or I don't know if we can change that or what. Somebody smarter than me, we don't know. But on Spotify,
that's pretty much everybody.
Good one. Thanks, brother. On Spotify, it's Quit Acting Stupid, and it comes right up. But on YouTube, it's the Paredes Brothers. So we'll have to figure that out. We don't know what we're doing, so maybe that's why only 60 people watched last week. We're getting to the point though where I'm running into people and I'm like, "Hey, did you catch the show last week?" And they're like, "I need to get caught up. Yeah, we need to get caught up, people. Yeah, so that's where we're at.
Dying. Go ahead.
I think my own family lies to me. I think they're well. I think I've seen the last one. The last one was about the Super Bowl, wasn't it? Yeah.
Well, I'm glad your family lies to you because Manny straight up told me. I said, "Did you watch your episode yet? Like you won the Quit Acting Stupid Award. We put pictures of you up. We talked about you for a good, 10 minutes. No, I haven't gotten to it yet. Dude, we're talking about you. We have pictures of you, and I haven't seen it yet.
Well, Bob,
Now,
your family. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, Parker. I picked her up from the airport yesterday, and she could be lying to me. I feel like she is because she's really busy. She got a busy schedule, but she told me she's like, "Yeah, I'm all caught up. You guys are getting better. You guys are, you're doing good." And I'm like, I question.
Doesn't sound like you've actually watched. If you can pinpoint something we actually said like 45 minutes into the episode, then you maybe were watching. But
Well, we just asked Bob. You can ask your family, or I think your family will take an interest in this show because they know that their father's drunk on our podcast. So look at
Yes, family. This is what your father does on work trips.
it's called business networking, and when in Rome, you do as the Romans do. And so I may have had a beverage.
You're in Wichita.
I'm coming to you live from the Homewood Suites here in lovely Wichita, Kansas.
Ay, mira.
I took the show. Mira, I took the show on the road.
Did you have a continental breakfast there?
Tomorrow morning.
Because I went to Denver last year solo, and they had a continental breakfast, and I had people staring at me. I had so much food on my plate. Like, they were just looking at me like, surely his family's coming out. Nope, this is all for me. Stop looking at me. Yeah.
You should have set up. You should have set up like 3 other plates around you. Like, I don't know. They must not be coming.
I told them to get down here. I'm gonna eat their food. No, that's how I make it worth it, man.
Why do I picture Bobby in the Chevy Chase, white shoes, going down to the pool? This is crazy. This is crazy.
Yes.
I'm in deep.
Well, how about this past during the football season when it was homecoming at Mizzou, and me, Crystal, and Quentin had a hotel at the most disgusting place ever, and Bobby, you had a hotel, like a decent one at the other side of town, and we basically just went to our hotel to sleep, and I slept in all my clothes. It was so disgusting. But that morning, the 3 of us drove over to Bobby's hotel and just destroyed the breakfast. I mean, we dominated it.
Not only did you destroy the breakfast, but I think Crystal had to come over and shower at our place because your place was so disgusting because Jamie's so cheap that he had to get a spot at the Red Roof Inn. I would have
we probably shouldn't say it.
But
Red
Roof Inn, Columbia, Missouri.
Crystal booked that one. Yeah, no, it was rough.
Because she gave you the choice of where you wanted to stay, and she gave you the prices, and you chose the cheap.
Was it at the Budgetel, or was it
the Golden Chalet?
Golden Chalet. That's what I was looking for.
All right, Golden Chalet. We got to tell this story because nobody's going to know what we're talking about. So Golden Chalet.
Mom has to put in the comments where there was somewhere in Texas, I think, like Dallas.
It was along the road somewhere in Texas.
North Texas, yeah. So it was on one of our trips with our grandmother and our parents, and it was the 3 of us and Mom and Dad and Grandma and Aunt Helen, and we drove to we were driving to Corpus Christi, right, to Galveston, and so I think somewhere on the way, I think in North Texas, so we'll say Dallas, Fort Worth, somewhere in that area. We stopped off at a place called the Golden Chalet, which I'm sure I shouldn't say I'm sure, but if you Google, is probably long since been demolished and doesn't exist anymore. Sure. But there's video of us swimming in the water, and maybe Rudy, you can find the pictures of us swimming in the pool at the Golden Chalet. But I know there's video somewhere.
The pictures, if I'm not mistaken, did I have my Yogi Bear floaty?
Oh, probably.
You might have.
With the little Yogi Bear head on the front, because I obviously to this day cannot swim. But
I just remember the words that Jamie uttered, which were "Bo, save me," because I was Bo Duke. He was Luke Duke. Yeah, Bo and Luke Duke.
Save me.
Oh, save me, Bo.
Well, you guys were always Bo and Luke, and I had to be Boss Hog for whatever reason.
You're cooter. You're a cooter. You're more of a cooter.
I am more of a.
Good.
That was Roscoe P. Coltrane. That wasn't cool.
Yeah.
Roscoe P. You remember we met him at World of Wheels?
I do remember that. Yeah, with JJ. We need to get that picture up.
Yeah,
we
gotta
We need
find
to get that. We need to get that. I had that picture somewhere of us in front of the General Lee.
Yeah. You guys have me.
Roscoe P. Coltrane.
I was in. Where were we at? We went to Tennessee this past summer. Pigeon Forge. That's Tennessee, right?
We were there, yeah.
And Cooter has like a Dukes of Hazzard museum there, and a restaurant, bar, and you can take pictures in the jail. And he has like sets built in Pigeon Forge. And I was talking to James, my son-in-law, and Miranda and the crew that was with us, and I'm like, hey, let's go see that. I'm the only one that gives two craps about it. But I'm like, let's go to Cooter's museum. And then I looked up the prices, and sorry, bud. I think that Cooter museum is a little overpriced. It wasn't worth it.
Cooter was charging out the year, huh?
I can't remember how much, but I got the brochure. But yeah. I'm gonna say
he wasn't even a main character.
He wasn't, man. It was just basically Bo and Duke. There was Daisy, Uncle Jesse, and then Pete Coltrane and Boss Hog.
I was pretty far into adulthood when I realized his name wasn't Roscoe Pico Train.
No, just like Wile E. Coyote. His middle initial is E.
It's not Wiley. Yeah.
I thought it
E. Cheese.
like Andrew Wiley. I thought he was Wile E. Coyote.
So, yeah, I'm never gonna find the picture. So,
no, it's fine.
We can move on. We got to have these pictures set up, even though we sat here for 45 minutes, a little behind the scenes look at what we're doing. We sat here for 45 minutes with no clue what to talk about. And
zero prep.
If you would have told me we're going to be talking about Dukes of Hazzard, yeah, I don't know how
you would have been ready.
So I feel like Ferris Bueller never had one lesson.
Never had one lesson.
Yeah. You started talking about good times. You started talking about good times, and like I'm on a pursuit. At some point in my life, I'm going to have that painting that they showed in the end credits. The painting dancing. I'm going to have that somewhere in my house. Yeah,
that's a famous painting, and I feel like you can get like a poster of it. And we lucky got him. Yeah.
Good times.
Oh,
dude, he's
remember,
drunk.
People, he's drunk.
I'm not drunk. I'm not.
Yeah. So no, we had zero prep. I think.
Yeah, zero prep. But what were we gonna talk about? We came up with some things.
Well, because we were talking.
I know one thing. Avery's racist, right?
Oh yeah, we did have a little chat about that. So yeah, so I have a little concern about my daughter possibly being racist. Yeah,
it's always a good start to a story.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I mean, so let me go back and go from the beginning. So she got the girls got from Anita, your wife, Bob. These little like charm type things, they with the little hook on them, like they go on to zippers and things like that, but they're little Disney princess things, and they got two of them. Alicia's a little too young for her, so Avery had both of them. I hooked them onto her backpack, so she had two little charms. One of them is you said the name is Merida. Is that her name?
Yeah,
Merida, something like that, from the movie Brave, which is a terrible movie. So we know nothing about it. We don't ever watch it. But the other one is Tiana from The Princess and the Frog or something. Or is that what it's called? Yeah.
And to be clear, Tiana is African American, right?
Yes, she is. I don't know. I think
Bobby
may have just been murdered. Yeah, I think so. So.
Oh well. There's still two of us left.
yeah, terrible. Both the movies are terrible. But yeah, she's Tiana is African American, and so one day she was missing from the backpack. Like, I'm like, well, where'd she go? And Avery's like, she's in my backpack, and I'm getting total, uh, total weird vibes. Like,
Right.
are you kicking her to the back of the bus or what? What? That's not cool.
Right.
Um, so yeah, so I said, so why don't you want her on this? And she said, I don't like her color, or, or she said, I don't like the color green. Is what she said,
The
not
color
skin color,
green.
the
Right.
color green. And I was like, oh, okay, whatever. Like, are you sure? I was still kind of questioning,
Yeah.
and
I don't know about
yeah,
that.
yeah. So several weeks go by. I didn't don't say too much of it, and then I saw it in there, again the other day, and I was like, you know what, I got to ask her about it. I'm curious because it's got to be something. And so I asked her again. I was like, look, Merida or whatever her name is, she's got a green dress too. And Avery's like, I don't like the green grass color, which that Tiana chick has a lighter color green dress on,
Right.
and the other one
Right.
has like a dark green. I was like, are you sure it's the color of her dress and not the color of her skin? And she just looks at me like, I don't know what you said to me. Or something.
Dude.
I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just drop it right here because maybe it's me pushing. Like, yeah, I don't know, but for some reason,
Let me ask
she
you.
went,
Go ahead.
what?
Go ahead. Well,
No, I was saying she went Rosa Parks with her and sent her to the bottom of the backpack.
well, I was going to ask you: are there any African American kids at her school? Because
Mm,
us growing up, I mean, shout out to Khalid Johnson, but
lead.
hope
Yeah,
you're doing well. I haven't
Very,
heard from Khalid in a while, but
very
I
few.
saw him several years ago.
that's all that we had in our school. I mean, the only time I had African American on our baseball team, but not really until we got a
Baseball,
little bit older.
our summer teams.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
No, I
Yeah,
mean, there's
we got
nobody.
older.
There's nobody in her class, but I mean, she has black Barbies. She has she's never ever made any comment about skin color. And even at that, all she does is say she hates Mexican music. That's it.
Macy wants nothing to do with being Mexican either. Actually, I think she's starting to grow out of that a little bit. But
Yeah, I don't think Avery
I
even
love
knows
it.
what that means.
I
Go
love
ahead.
it when we tell Avery and Macy that they're Mexican and they just refuse to admit that.
nope, yeah.
Avery has no idea what that even means. So yeah, I don't know. I'm sure it's just me asking, and I'm sure it's nothing. But at least for a couple weeks, I've been kind of wondering. So yeah, I decided to shut my mouth about the whole
Wait,
thing and
you know that's
see
a
how it
learned
plays.
behavior, though, right?
Ooh.
I think you're insinuating that there's
Just blame your
some
wife. Just blame your wife.
like I do with everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we are raising a fine, upstanding young lady.
Oh yeah. My
Um,
goddaughter would never think of such a thing.
right.
Um,
Now, what else is up? What is up with you guys?
I don't know. I felt a little lull there, and I got
Um,
really nervous.
So I have a question. Has anybody checked on our mother? You might
I did.
recall, viewers, listeners to our show might recall that she did not attend our Super Bowl party week and a half, 2 weeks ago, and I don't know. I feel bad. I was supposed to call her on my drive down here to Wichita, but I didn't. So I don't know. Have you guys checked in on her? How's she doing? She
I
had a
did talk to
cold.
her Sunday. Did talk to her Sunday on the phone and chastise her for not checking up on me in my back
You
situation.
chastised her for not checking on you. What, because of your back?
Yes. I was just calling to remind you that I'm still alive. So yeah,
That's
So wait a
I
minute.
exactly.
told
You
her
gotta turn the tables on her.
my have the turn tables. How does it
Have
go?
turned.
How the
What-
tables have turned.
no, but didn't somebody? It's a movie. Was it? Never mind. Screw it. I thought it
It's
was like
Dutch
also
door
power
action.
sync.
It's a Dutch door action.
Never mind. Forget it. I screwed that one up.
I know the Dutch oven. I don't know about the Dutch door.
I actually went by their house today. They were not home. What's that?
So she's
Like you just drove by and kept going?
Dude, I've been all over this city this morning. I had to take my dog to the groomers, which is in Grain Valley. Keep in mind, I moved up north. I probably should find one up here. So
She doesn't even have any hair.
What?
She doesn't even have any hair.
My floors would beg to differ.
Oh.
She's got plenty of hair. She's disgusting. And she's actually sleeping right now. I'm looking down at her right now. But yeah, so I drove out to Grain Valley. Wanted to drop her off early because we had tumbling out in Blue Valley tonight. Then I stopped.
We had tumbling. We had. Were you tumbling?
Dude, I could tumble.
Can you imagine that?
Dude, you guys act like I'm this big tub of goo, man. I tumble. Shit. Anyway, what was my point? Oh yeah, drove out to Grand Valley to drop the dog off, and then swung by because I had some mail at Mom's house, but they weren't there. And she was having I think if I say if she was having a procedure done, I don't think it was a procedure. They were at the doctor's. I don't know. Something was happening to her. I probably should know more. Today something was going on. Dad texted me and said,
Well, I know she had cataract surgery a few weeks ago, and I know this is just totally not funny at all.
Why didn't she just smoke weed for cataracts?
Yeah, get a little something from my cataracts.
Give me a little something for my cataracts. Does a back injection sound?
Yeah, she's got problems with her lower back, so she from time to time will get I think they're basically cortisone shots. So
do you think she'd want us putting this all her business out on the streets?
Hey, that's what I'm getting. I'm the one with the back problems. I'm getting an epidural steroid shot in my lumbar region. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't tell you guys.
If we don't, no, please indulge. Tell us.
Yeah, no, I'm getting because you guys think I'm faking being I almost said the name of the person who we say when we're talking about faking.
He ain't listening anyways. And you know what? Some of the people that are listening probably would laugh their ass off if they knew that's what we refer to.
We have a code word in our family, and we use the
name.
No,
wait, time out.
Into that.
Don't use the name. I'm
not going to.
What is it? The 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon, or what is it? I just did that game and traced it back, and I'm like, no, we don't want to say that person's name. So.
I'm just saying, there's somebody we grew up with that used to fake injuries, and so whenever we say somebody is faking an injury, we say that they're pulling a something.
And Quentin, please do not put it in the comments because he just called me that. He just called me that the other day.
And he doesn't even know this person. And by you telling him not to put it in the comments, he's gonna put it in the comments.
Yeah, and then I think it all started because
somebody we grew up with that we felt like used to fake injuries in order to get out of precarious situations. And so now we say if you're faking an injury that you're pulling
that person.
Anyway.
Well, it all started because I called
that person shall remain nameless.
It all started because yesterday he came over and he was filthy from work, and I called him Carl Collins. You remember Carl Collins?
Tell me you called him Carl Collins. Oh my God!
I called him Carl Collins.
I don't remember Carl Collins. It's just the name that our grandmother used to just use the name Carl Collins as a kid that she grew up with that was unclean,
dirty,
and if we were ever dirty and we went out in public dirty, then she would call us a Carl Collins because this was some dirty kid that she grew up with. So Carl Collins is the name we grew up with.
If the Collins family's out there listening, we apologize.
I'm guessing Carl Collins is around 100 right now, probably.
Have to be.
Well, grandma's dead for 10 years. Yeah, I mean. Carl Collins have to be 105 years old, 106 years old.
So back to
Or
me,
Carl.
back to my
Yes,
back.
back to you, of course.
I'm getting an epidural, shot
No,
of
You know what
steroids.
chicks get? Isn't that what
I
chicks get
thought
when they're
only
having babies?
pregnant girls. Yeah, I thought only pregnant ladies got that.
That was my first question. And no, it's not. That's just pain medication. Mine is an actual steroid that's supposed to get rid of swelling. So
No, that's
we
just your stomach, dude. You're just fat. That's not. That's not
that's
swell.
the source of my back problems.
Yeah,
Is my stomach.
you're in that big old belly. You fat tub of goo.
If you've ever seen him with food that's about to expire and be thrown out, you know what we're talking about exactly.
Dude, the milk has expired on the 16th, I think. And Emily will not let Avery drink it. And so I just drink it in front of her. I'm like, it tastes good. It tastes fine. And she's like, I want milk. And yeah, Emily won't let her have
So
any.
I've been pulling a Jamie this week because we've had Nita made a lot of food and it was getting older faster than we could eat it. So I started pulling a Jamie and I just been asking her, hey, what's the oldest thing? So she pointed out some things that were old and were, and all she has to say is, well, I'm going to throw that out. And I'm like, no, hold on. What's the oldest? What should I eat first? Basically, fast forward this past, let's see, probably Monday, Tuesday of this week. Yeah, I had a little bit of the stomach. What do you call them? Stomach bubble, bubble gut. I had a little bit of bubble gut. So
The choro.
I don't know if it's a chorro, but yeah, it was getting there. It was put it this way: I'd eat it for lunch, and like an hour and a half, 2 hours later, my stomach was rumbling. Yeah, I had bubble guts. So
Montezuma's revenge.
Montezuma's revenge, absolutely. Yeah. So I'm like, damn it, I need to stop this. But
Yeah, no,
it
that's
was
not.
either eat it or throw it out. So
Yeah, you
Well,
got to prioritize everything by levels of oldness in their fridge, and then you kind of work your way back. Yeah.
and that ham that she or that it was a turkey, sliced turkey, and she's like, yeah, that's pretty slimy. And I put my hands on it, and I was like, yeah, it is pretty slimy. I'm
Wash
pretty
it off
sure
under the faucet.
wash the slime off. I ate it.
Yeah.
I don't think the turkey made me sick, but I think the stir fry.
It's not the first slimy meat you've ever eaten. So
I
you'll
put
be
a
all
lot
right.
of slimy things down my throat, so yeah,
You're-
it wouldn't be the first time.
So
I think we lost Jamie, and it's not an internet issue this time. I think we lost him though.
Oh,
well, I'm
Yeah.
looking at the title of our show and how we catch up, and it has been a while. So we had Sonny's birthday party the Sunday because we get together every Sunday, but it's been over a month. I mean, we had Sonny's birthday party the Sunday before the Super Bowl. Then we had the Super Bowl. Then last week, Mom was sick, and we were supposed to have Alicia's party, and
Yeah.
you guys got sick, and then Mom was sick, so nobody saw anybody on Sunday. And then this Sunday, we have the rescheduled Alicia's party, right?
yeah. Her party's gonna be like on the 3rd. It's not this Sunday.
Not this Sunday.
No.
Is Vanessa's party coming up
So-
too?
No, hers is on the 3rd, or
The following week.
this is on the 2nd. So it's like back to back. Vanessa's is on the 2nd, and Alicia's is on the 3rd.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, it's been a
So
while
we have-
since we've seen each other. And
if you don't understand our family, which you probably wouldn't, I don't know why you would, but we are used to getting together like every week, and so we've gone like
yeah, it throws my whole week off when we don't. And like, I don't know what day it is. It's just, it's
it affects my. To be serious for a second, it affects my mental because if I have to go a full weekend and then go into another work week not having seen my family and just kind of had that
He misses us.
kind of get centered, I get a
He misses
little
us.
irritable.
How do you do it?
You can't do a heart, you weirdo. How do you do it? No, that's when you shoot a three. Shoot a 3-pointer, and then you run back down the court like that. Or how about this one?
You used to play. Remember, you would take this and then you would put it down below your waist, and if somebody looked, remember,
You punch.
it was like
Yeah.
Oh my god. I don't want to see what's down there.
You have
I'm
pants
wearing
on?
pants.
You
I
have
got
pants,
pants
on?
on?
I never wear pants to these things.
Yeah.
Ever.
Anyway, the point was, I miss my family. I think that was the original.
What was the point?
Yeah, look
There
at
you
that.
go.
Right?
Good job.
He
Practice
messes
is
up.
perfect. Well, my whole
Messes
point was we're catching up and stuff, and we're sitting here before trying to think of what we could talk about. And Jamie, you talked about your back. I could always talk about my
and my
Cologuard.
back.
My Cologuard.
Oh yes, yes. This was you've got to talk about this because this was part of our our family group text. Was it like a week ago when you
I don't know. I don't know, man.
forewent the colonoscopy in favor of the Cologuard. So why don't you
It wasn't
tell us
even
about
that.
your whole?
It wasn't even that. I just got a call from. I got a call from my nurse. I was just brushing my teeth one day, getting ready for the day, and got a call from the nurse. And I go to the doctor regularly, like twice a year. Most people go once a year, but I'm a high blood pressure person, so they want to see me twice a year.
You're
So I
heavy.
go
You're heavy.
Sorry,
You're heavy is what you're saying. That's code word for.
I got the sugar. Yeah. Anyway,
Diabetes.
diabetes. I don't have diabetes, by the way. Anybody out there listening? But so I
You
was just
should
getting
make fun
ready.
of diabetes, but
Yeah, you should.
He has the gout and
I've had the gout. I've
no
had
gallbladder.
no gallbladder.
he does have
Count on
gout.
that.
Yeah. Well, so anyways, I'm in the bathroom and I get a call from my nurse, and she's like, "Hey, you're 45. Most people, at this age get a colonoscopy." And she's like, "But I've got good news. You qualify for Cologuard." I have no idea what this is. I see the commercials of the little box with the mouth talking and stuff, but I don't pay attention to it. I don't know what the hell Cologuard is, but it's whatever. And I'm like, yeah, sure. It's like, okay, so we'll send that out to you. You don't have. I do know colonoscopy is when they shove a camera up your ass, right? Is that what that is?
Your
So-
beehole gets invaded.
Yeah,
But
and
that's
so-
not even the worst part. The worst part is actually the prep and the stuff you've got to drink in order to get ready for the colonoscopy. But yeah,
That's what
you're
we're here.
right.
Because my beehole is it's only one way, guys.
Your
it's
beehole better get its affairs in order before a colonoscopy because yeah.
So when she told me that I qualified for this other thing, I was like, sweet, I don't have to have a camera shoved up my butt. Now, what I'm finding out though is this Cologuard thing doesn't detect polyps or whatever, and are those like dingleberries? I don't know what polyps are. What is it, little nodules on your butthole or something?
Yeah, we'll go with
Something
that.
like that. Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't
Anyway,
think we need to delve into the specifics of what polyps are on this show.
I just want to see how many times we can say butthole, and I can hashtag butthole when I post this on social media. Anyway,
Hashtag sphincter.
they said that they were going to send it out, and I was like, okay, great. Like, this seems easy. So they send it. I get the box, and it's very like there's a bag. There's parts to it. There's a test tube in there. And I still at this point don't know what this is. And so I open the little booklet, the pamphlet. I should go grab the pamphlet and show the diagrams of what's on this because that's when I learned you're expecting me to shit in a canister and then scrape it
For free?
and do all this stuff and then box it up and mail it. And the thing about mailing it is the big Cologuard logo is on the side of the box.
So that everybody knows.
Yeah. So I'm walking into CVS with a box of shit under my arm thinking like this is that was the worst. That was so embarrassing.
Well, you could use wrapping paper, right? And then they
Did it
cover it
smell?
up.
No, because they already have the label, the return shipping label on it. So I couldn't cover it. So
Did it smell?
No, it didn't because I was so nervous about it. Like all week, I literally my work schedule. Bobby was disgusted. He had to just drop out.
I've had
My
it.
work schedule only like I work basically Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So I wanted to do it when I had a couple days because they said you gotta shit in the box and then get it to the UPS as soon as you can because there's your shit doesn't like hold. I guess I don't know, but so I was nervous about it. So I forced something out, and I didn't know. I literally found myself on the phone with someone asking them like, how much do you need? Like, do you need a whole bunch or just a little bit? Like, I don't know. Like, I literally had to call somebody.
Did you
And
put
I
bubble
don't know
wrap in
why.
there
There's no bubble wrap, but there was.
to keep it from flipping? Like if it's hard and it just like be bumping around in there, you would think you would need some sort of like peanuts, packing peanuts or
There were
something.
peanuts, all right. so, so no, there was a plastic thing that you put the canister in because there was also a test tube that you slide the test tube in, and it holds everything still. But if the thing turned upside down, I mean, it probably would have sloshed all over the place. There was a liquid too that you have to push in there, but you're talking to me like as if I've had a hard BM in the last 5 years. Like every poop I have is an absolute emergency. Once you lose your gallbladder, like, yeah, like I can't be more than 5 minutes away from a toilet at any time ever, ever since the gallbladder went. But yeah, no, I had to walk into CVS with a box of poo. And I was hoping when I got there, CVS would have like a UPS desk to where I could just take it to the UPS guy and like, nope, no UPS desk. I had to get in line with Gen Pop, like right there with the rest of the people buying, cards and Snickers bars. And I had to get in line with them. It was like a line 3 deep and I'm holding a box of poo.
Just got my poop right here.
And I get to the counter, the guy's like, FedEx. And I'm like, yeah, like he knew what it was. He knew it was shit.
I bet you could have gone to the front of the line if the people in front of you knew that you had poop under your arm. They'd be like, let's get this guy out of here.
I should have held it out.
Pants over here.
I should have held it out like a bomb. Like everybody back away. So we get there. The guy does what he does behind the register. He's like, you want a receipt? I'm like, for my shit? No, I don't need a receipt, but you take it and do whatever you want with it. Like, I'm fine. Yeah, so that was pretty good. I did send the family a picture of my box of poo strapped in the car.
I just to you both. I don't know if Jamie can pull that up, but yeah,
I'm working on it.
He seatbelted his poop in his car, so I guess
going to make an appearance on the podcast.
We're working on it.
Maybe not your poop, but the box you poop.
It was weird. It was a very, very weird day. One unlike any other I've ever had in my life. That'll change a man. Very, very weird. Very weird. So there was a whole bracket you had to put on the toilet. I'm like, what if I miss? I had so many questions, but
a bracket, like I can't even picture, like, why would there be a bracket on the toilet?
You lift the seat up and you put this bracket there, and then you put the seat down to hold. So then you put the canister in the bracket, and it's just like a potty chair, like a kid would have. But I don't know where my beehole is. I don't know where it comes out when I'm sitting down. Like, is it further to the back? Is it close to the front?
I don't know where it comes out. You've never watched, like, bent over and watched the reflection in the water of it actually.
Well, of course I've done that. Everybody's done that. But not since we had that big, remember that big mirror on the back of our bathroom door at grandma's house, or at our childhood home?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah, I used to bend over and look at my beehole in that mirror before just to see what it looked like.
What?
I was a kid. Relax. I'm like, what's back there? You never did that? Maybe
I wonder he took so long to get out of the shower.
Yeah.
Anyway, I feel like maybe I overshared.
Do what?
I said I feel like maybe I overshared.
You think maybe?
Hey man, what do I got to hide? Did you ever get that picture up of my poo?
I'm working on it. What the hell? It sucks.
We got to get better at this. But so that's kind of, I mean, in the last month or so, that's kind of one of the bigger events that happened here. It was terrifying. So
I'm sure.
That's my brush with medical trauma. So, what's new with you guys?
Well, I haven't had to carry my poop anymore.
Story for like 30 minutes. Let's go.
I'm just looking forward to getting back together on Sunday, like we used to.
He misses it. That's so sweet.
Maybe not you guys, but my mom and my dad.
My mommy.
He's drunk, clearly.
I'm not.
Look at how pinked his face is.
Peaked? Pinked?
Is it
Peaked?
pinked? Is it pinked or pinked?
I think it's peaked.
Whatever.
Peaked.
Hey guys, I got a couple quick shout outs. This is a shout out segment of our show.
All right, shout outs. Who got a shout out?
I got a shout out to oh man, God, see, I need to have it pulled up already. Shout out to Kathan Mandel. He's a Mizzou student, MIZ.
ZOU.
Thank you. And he's been a listener since day one. That's the main reason why I wanted to shout him out. He's
here day one.
He's our day one. Yeah, he is a co-host of Late Night Mizzou down in Columbia. It's a little comedy show they got going on. Actually, there's a show
tonight, right?
Yeah, tonight at 8:00, which it's probably over. But yeah, he's good guy. And if you're ever down in Mizzou, it was at the Shack tonight. I think it's always at the Shack. But check out their show, their comedy show. It's pretty good. Also want to give out a shout out to Maid Mob for suiting me up tonight. It's kind of icy sweatshirt. What is that? The League's New Villains, baby. LVII.
I.
It's 58.
I know what it means, but yeah, no, I give them a shout out, man. This is crispy, dude. Anyways, I'm looking good. I'm looking like the money, like the bomb, right? Swingers. Like a big bear, man, with these claws and with these fangs. You don't know how to kill the bunny.
Nobody knows what we're talking about in these.
Everybody knows swingers, bro. You're just batting it around. You're not. You're just batting it around. You got these claws and these fangs. You don't know how to kill the bunny. Oh, and a shout out to help me say it right, Bob. Casey Barria. Birra.
Roll your R's. Birra.
I can roll my R. Birra. I don't know why I'm getting Barria. Anyways, Casey Birra. God, that didn't even sound right. Birra.
No, it's Birria. Birria, right?
Barria. Yeah, that's what I thought.
God.
Birria.
You
Shout
guys
out
are
to Casey Barria. I know, right? At the parade this past week at the Chiefs parade, you know, obviously it's tough to see the parade and stuff, but I think I'll be honest, it's because of my skin color. It's because I was Mexican. They saw me and they're like, "Hey, man, we got a parking garage that's 3 stories high, 2 stories high, and we were right eye level with the buses as they drove by. But we were out front of their gate, and they're like, "Hey," and he started speaking Spanish to me. My son like kind of elbows me. He's like, "Hey, Dad, I think he's talking to you." And he just starts rattling off this Spanish, habla español, and I just my answer to that is always un poquito. And he just
You lie. You lie.
I'm like, if you're cussing at me, I could get it, but basically,
my driver in Miami.
Oh,
Same
really?
deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He starts rattling off the Spanish, but basically, he didn't want any of the white people coming in. I shouldn't say that. That's not what he meant. But he basically told me and my crew, "Hey, come around back. We'll let you in." So we got in. Perfect view. 3rd floor of their little parking garage. Great view of the parade. So shout out to them. Thanks a lot, guys. I didn't catch the guy's name. Wish I would have, but yeah, their Barria tacos are freaking fire. Barria. Casey Barria. They got a taco truck I've seen around. Do they have a brick and mortar spot? I don't know, but they had a parking garage down there on Grand. So shout out to them. Thanks a lot for the view. My daughter is much appreciated. She would have been bored out of her mind. She was literally playing in the dirt when they started talking to me. And then when we went up there and got that front row spot of the parade, she was smiling ear to ear. So
was this picture from that time?
Oh man! So
better late than never.
When I took the picture that was sent just to the family, look at Bobby trying to peek around the corner. Why did my poop is blocking Bobby? Yeah, I took that picture and sent it to the family because obviously I wanted to make you guys laugh, but I didn't. Who would have thought 2 weeks later we'd be sharing it to all 120 viewers?
Your poop is just as famous as you are.
70s of listeners.
I gotta say, if I can I'm gonna go back and rewatch this and get a freeze frame and screenshot Bobby's eye peeking around my poop. Great. Absolutely great. So,
all right, awesome. Hey,
yeah,
we
so
did.
those are my shout-outs.
Yeah, no, it's cool. I'm gonna get a quick shout out to my neighbor Mark Mitchell down the street. He's the listener.
Hey,
Or at least
Mark.
he said he did. At least he's listened to one. I think he
Is
mentioned.
that the one you're in love with?
Huh?
Is that the name
Bromance.
you're in love with?
My bromance?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like my only male friend. It's kind of
I've got one of those. I've got
it's
one
not
of
related to me.
those. Yeah. Well, shout out to Mark. Hey, thanks for listening, bud. Buddy.
Yeah. Any other name dropping? I saw Felicia Cavall or Pashota mentioned that in her comments on Facebook that she watched our at least one of our episodes. So
Yeah.
did you read that comment?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, she's. I don't know if she's seen them all. Everybody needs to go back and watch all of them.
It's a select few. Well, good deal. Should we get to our
award?
Quit Acting Stupid award?
Yeah, we can do that.
This is a video. What's it like on Jeopardy when they do a video clue or whatever? This is
A
our
video daily double.
Yeah, here we go.
So, what are the chances? What are the chances?
I'm a very devout man, but there's something about seeing that image that makes me think, God, I just wish he fell out of there and hurt himself.
That's what I'm thinking. I want something to go up his ass, like at some point, something to just.
There's no way that guy came down that tree like on his own accord. It can't be. Yeah, there were people sitting on everything, but yeah, I saw that immediately. As you can see, I even wrote on there, just quit acting stupid. Like, why can't we just?
Yeah, I think that's the person we had in mind. Like when, like even coming up with the title of the show. I mean, that is the poster child for Quit Acting Stupid. I think. Yeah. So that man gets the award.
Don't care. Just quit acting stupid. You know what?
Yeah.
You climbed up there. You know what'd you think was going to happen? I mean, yeah, I don't know how he got out. Don't care. Yeah. What a dummy. What a
congratulations.
Yes. Good job, man in the tree.
Man in the tree.
Well, good. Next week maybe we'll have an actual topic.
An actual topic. Maybe we'll get a guest on. I know Vince was feeling under the weather this week. I know we just had.
You mean Vince, the chef and proprietor of the farmhouse?
Yes.
The one at 3rd and Delaware.
Yeah. The 300 Delaware. Yes.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, reach out to us and let us know if you want to be a guest, if you want to be on this monstrosity of a show. And
I've had a reach out. Chris Kenny.
You had a reach around or a what?
Yeah, I had a reach out from Chris Kenny. No, Chris Kenny reached out to me and said, "Hey, he wants to be a guest." I'm like, "All right, what do you want to talk about?" He's like, "Man, whatever." Which sounds kind of like us at the beginning of this. Like, what are we going to talk about? He's obviously he's got a couple daughters, doesn't he?
Chris was the one that kept me from being the starting catcher for Selena's Tree and Lawn Service. Not that I'm bitter or anything, but you know,
I'm sure
I think I was his backup. I think I was his backup, for a year or two.
I'm sure it had nothing to do with your talents.
Or I think it was all political.
No, hey, just once he got on Hale's Trailers, it was all over, man. He was catching
Hale's Trailer Sales.
Hale's Trailer Sales.
We need to have, maybe that's our next topic. We just need to have an episode about our little league exploits.
Well, because I almost mentioned when we were talking about, if we didn't have very many African Americans in our school and stuff, and we were talking about baseball teams, I'm like, I played on a team called Blackman, and we didn't have any African American people on our team. I don't
And I
think.
played on Brownies, and we did.
You know what's funny? You were on Brownies, and it was majority Mexicans, wasn't it?
No, Mexicans and blacks.
Eli, Daniel Salas, you,
Tyree Talley, Antoine Dunn. I'm trying to think of who else. Dana Wright? Dana Jones? Dana Wright? Dana Jones.
So to all our like shout out to the Wax Boys. Shout out to the Micros.
I think this deserves a little more time.
Yeah, we'll have to talk because Chris he played for Salinas.
I don't know if he played for Hales Trailers.
I wonder if he played for Roca Vending. I don't think they were around yet.
No.
Bobby just gave up.
He's just like, I'm done.
So
yeah. No,
we'll
maybe
have to go 3-2, especially when baseball season comes up. We've got some ideas once baseball season gets a little bit closer, but yeah. So
all right. Well, let's put a fork in this one.
Yeah, I don't know. You think Bobby will come back to say his goodbyes?
Come back. What is it? License to Drive.
Archie's, come back, come back. He's banging
Corey Haim's second greatest role.
Second greatest.
There it is, Bobby. You missed our Corey Haim tribute while you were gone.
I just saw License to Drive last night or 2 nights ago on TV.
So you would have gotten when I said Archie's come back. Archie's come back. So hold on real quick. Let's not get off this Corey Haim train. You said that was his second greatest role. What was his first?
Lost Boys, right?
Lost Boys. I was wondering. I was hoping you were going to go Dream a Little Dream, but
I was going to say Blown Away.
Lucas. Avery has a
Blown Away. Hold on, time out. Blown Away. Let's not skip over Blown Away.
Because Nicole Eggert was like my childhood crush.
Oh, I forgot all about that one.
He got romantic with her.
Let's lower the mood here. Talk a little slower.
A little dirty.
Yeah.
Hey,
Charles was in charge. You know what I'm saying? So what were you saying about Avery?
No, I was gonna say I gave her the because she knows a kid named Lucas at her school, and I pulled out I pulled that out in the Lucas. When I look at you, I want to puke.
What about Luke? Get the ball away and puke. Wasn't that?
No.
Charlie Sheen. Yeah, it was in that movie. He was and Lucas. He was a football player. Charlie Sheen was.
Yeah.
Luke, get the ball away and
puke. Or makes me want to puke. I know where Rudy's going. I can't think of how it goes.
This show is officially down the drain.
I mean, it's only been 30 years since we've seen the movie, but
Corey Haim. God rest his.
All right, we'll take us out of here.
Pour one out for Lucas tonight.
I think Bobby's too good to take us out. So
all right, I'll take us out. All right, so because I'm not drunk, I had a few beverages tonight.
Presented by the Farmhouse, which I'm sure the Farmhouse is so proud of the product.
They want to disavow any sort of connection with this show. Yeah, absolutely. But for my brothers Jamie and my brothers Rudy, on behalf of the Farmhouse, thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time. But in the meantime, just quit acting stupid.